So we'll try to explain this part, angles on a straight line. Okay, so let's first try to explain the different types of angles. So we're going to talk about angles on a straight line, but when we talk about angles, we have two types of angles that we're going to actually explain right now. We have acute angles and we have obtuse angles. So acute angles are angles that are less than 90. Angles that are less than 90 or smaller than 90 or below than 90. Anything that is less than 90 is an acute angle. Angle that is greater than 90 but less than 180, those angles are considered to be obtuse. I hope it makes sense. Then angles that are less than 90 are considered to be acute angles. I hope it makes sense. So it's very important for you to know that. If you didn't watch the previous video, make sure that you go and watch it, where we're talking about the fun angles. Okay, now let's start. Let's say we have A, B, and C. Then here we have B1 and B2, meaning when we add B1 and B2, they complete the B. So when we add B1 and B2, they must be equal to 180. So angle B1 plus angle B2 equals 180. Then what's the reason? The reason, angles on a straight line. That's your reason. Or yes, that's the reason. Then B1 and B2, it's your statement. So they mark it like this. So in an exam, they can actually write statement on the left, then on the right it's a reason. So the statement is B1 plus B2 equals 180. That's the statement. Then the reason is angles on a straight line. Okay, I hope it makes sense. So sometimes they can put it in a complicated diagram, but you must remember it, right? Or they can actually put it like this. Let's say we have something like this. Then we have maybe B1, B2, and B3. So when we add all of these, they must actually give us 180. It's not like when they are two angles, they must give us 180. Then when they are three, it will actually be more. No, it won't be more. So there isn't angles on a straight line. This is the third one. Remember, the first one has one line, the second one there's two lines, and the third one has two lines also, but there's an exception here. Let's say we have B1 here, then we have 90 here. Let me just fix my right angle. So this is the right angle, which is 90, and B2. So when you actually solve these things, this is what you're going to do. You'll write angle B1 plus angle 90 or plus angle B2 plus the 90 equal to 180, because they're in a straight line or on a straight line. So where did we get the 90 from? This is the 90 as I'm highlighting with the red color, as you can see on your screen. I hope it makes sense. The reason is angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. So that's important. Okay, let's try to continue with our lesson. We have vertical opposite angles. Vertical opposite angles. We don't need these angles to be, the lines to be parallel. Whether they are parallel or not, it's not our issue. So these lines are vertically opposite, they are equal, as you can see on your screen. So the red ones are vertically opposite, meaning that they are equal. Even the blue ones, they are also equal. So let's say we have 30 right here, y equal 70, and x. So x equals 70. The reason, vertically opposite angles, or vert op angles, and y is equivalent to 30. Then the reason, vert opposite or vertical opposite angles. We don't care whether they are the line segments that are crossing each other are parallel or not. I hope that makes sense. Then another thing, or another important thing, is that we have triangles, or types of triangles. So the word tri means three angles, meaning we're going to talk about three angles right here, but in terms of shapes. So we have isosceles triangle. One of the type of the triangles, we have a scalene triangle. We have an equilateral triangle. Equi comes from the word equal. Then we have right angled triangle. So we're going to discuss these shortly, explaining the properties of all of these triangles, because it's very important for you to know how to differentiate them. Just because they are triangles, it's very important for you to know how do they differ, but they do have common things for sure, right?